Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Did you know that Christopher Nolan planted 500 acres of corn for his movie Interstellar because he did not want to use CGI? Christopher Nolan is considered to be one of the best directors in Hollywood. He is known for giving Hollywood some amazing movies by making use of his incredible storytelling skills. Amongst his brilliant skills, one is that he gives a lot of importance to the traditional style of filmmaking. He doesn't believe a lot in computer graphics and wants his audience to feel that they are actually there in his world. One such instance in which he did this was for the cornfield in Interstellar. This time the legendary director went way too far and grew actual crops for the Cooper's farm in Interstellar. For an amazingly engaging audience experience, Nolan's team planted 500 acres of corn in Western Canada. They took help from Zack Snyder, another film director who did this previously for his film Man of Steel. For this, Nolan spent around $100,000. It was feared that corn would fail to grow, but it did not matter to Nolan, as all he cared about was the experience of his audience. A lot of research went into growing the most produced crop on the planet. To compare the CGI cornfield with a real one, take a look at this CGI cornfield in the film Justice League. Now see the look of the corn in Interstellar. If we compare the two, we can clearly see that Nolan's cornfield looks neater, brighter, and more real. According to Nolan, in the end, we got a pretty good crop and we actually made money on this. Not only the crop turned out to be profitable, Nolan's efforts paid off through the success of the movie Interstellar. Nolan has really made efforts to try and make a film ultra-realistic to the viewers. One such instance is of the movie Inception. There was a scene in the movie in which the hallway was rotating with zero gravity. To do this, an artificial vertical rotating set was assembled. The actors were attached to wires and harnesses on this set. This must have been hell of a job for Nolan as well as for the actors, but it looks a lot more interesting on screen. One can imagine how were the camera placed, how the lighting of the scene was done, how the groundbreaking fight scene was choreographed, how much time was taken to prepare for all of this. Christopher Nolan's vision and dedication is absolutely awe-inspiring. Another instance where Nolan did not make use of CGI was for the opening sequence of The Dark Knight Rises, where Bane, Tom Hardy's character, along with the other mercenaries, try to kidnap Dr. Leonid Pavel, the nuclear physicist. All of this was shot practically by making use of a prop plane and then a simulator for several days. In order to accomplish this impossible task, a mock South African plane of the CIA was towed by the real Lockheed C-130 Hercules. Once the inside shooting was done, a mock plane was dropped in the Cairngorm Mountains to film the shot of the destroyed plane. The scenes happening inside the plane were filmed in a manner similar to the one in which the hallway scene was shot in Inception, which I talked about earlier. Another instance where Nolan made use of practical effects is in the Dark Knight movie, where during a chase sequence, a big semi-truck was flipped over on an empty street in Chicago. This scene was a lot complicated than one can imagine, as the stunt was repeated multiple times to avoid any damage it would have caused if things went wrong. Stunt coordinator Paul Jennings said that if the truck would have gone up and halfway, if it would have fell to the side, it would have crashed through a bank's window. The driver of the truck, Jim Wilkie, was in the truck during the stunt. He drove the truck and triggered the explosion from inside the truck. Another occasion where Nolan avoided CGI was for the film Dunkirk. While filming the large crowd sequences showing English troops awaiting transportation to fill up the Allied soldiers' crowd, Nolan used cardboard cutouts of soldiers and vehicles. Another instance was for the film Tenet, where Nolan bought a plane and crashed it into a building in the scene where the characters break into the airport. In addition to the predilection of Nolan for practical effects, It was calculated that making use of an old, real 747 plane would save a lot of cost than to create the scene using CGI. One advantage of using practical effects is that it makes the actors perform to the best of their abilities. It seems that Nolan will always continue to prefer practical effects over CGI. He recently revealed to Total Film magazine that he is recreating the look of an atomic bomb for his upcoming movie Oppenheimer. But let me be very clear, he is not setting off an actual atomic bomb. He is recreating the Trinity test by using TNT so that it looks like a mushroom cloud from an atomic bomb. Nolan hopefully will continue to do unimaginable things to create unimaginable experiences for his audience in the future. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you really did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share this video as much as possible. Also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.